up, boss gang? How is everybody? It's your girl, Tanisha Bynum. You guys already know what time it is. This is Queen Talk, the podcast. And today, I'm bringing forth season 5, episode 4. I am so excited, you guys, because I kind of put this episode off like 3 or 4 times already. I was gonna do it, and then I moved states, and then I had to get all resituated and all of that kind of stuff. Heavy on the I moved states. I didn't go nowhere new. Came back somewhere old, but life has been lifing. I'm in a very happy place in my life. I have more podcast space if you guys haven't noticed. So yeah, I'm just so excited. But anyways, let's get into the episode for today, you guys. Today the topic is love is what love does. Got that? Love is what love does. Okay? So y'all know how I like to do when I'm doing my episodes. I like to tell y'all what God says. And yes, I got my itty bitty notebook. So basically I just first like to get into what God says about stuff, and then I'll give you my opinion because I feel like what he says is kind of the facts. So of course, I Googled what does God say about love, and I found specific topics that were about love. So the first one that I found was 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verses 4 through 8. I got them wrote down, so I will read it to you. So it says, love is patient and kind. Love does not boast or envy. It is not arrogant or rude. It does not insist on its own way. It is not irritable or resentful. And it does not rejoice at wrongdoing, but rejoices with truth. That's what God says about love in 1 Corinthians chapter 13. And that's so deep. Like, love is patient and kind. That is so true. Love does not boast or envy. That is so true. Especially the patient and kind. Like, that's the one that I feel like a lot of America is having trouble with. With the patient and kind, like, that's all a part of loving somebody. Because how can you say you love someone and you can't be patient with them and you mean as fuck? Yeah. So anyways, yeah, it does not boast or envy. It is not arrogant or rude. And it does not insist on its own way. Meaning be understanding to others' way. So yeah, I love that verse. Could have said it better myself. Okay, so the next one is Romans chapter 12, verses 9 through 10. Love must be sincere. Hate what is evil. Cling to what is good. Be devoted to one another in love. Honor one another above yourself. Romans chapter 12. Okay, so the next one that I decided to use is a verse from John chapter 13, verses 34 through 35. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another just as you have loved you. You also are to love one another. By this, all people will know that you are my disciples if you have love for one another. I'm going to read that one again. It's heavy on the last sentence. A new commandment I give to you, that you love one another just as I have loved you. You also are to love one another. By this, all people will know that you are my disciples if you have love for one another. How you gonna say you're a child of God and you hate his people? That's why I always just say I don't like people. I never say I hate people, because then I'll be lying. I love people, but people make it so hard to deal with them because a lot of people aren't healed from traumas. A lot of people hold on to wrong things, and it's very hard to interact with people who have not healed or are not vibrating at higher frequencies, for me personally. So, but I'm a lover. I actually love people so much. I love interacting with people. I love talking to people, and to know me is to know that like I'm really a lover. I love people, but that's neither here nor there. But so the next part of this episode, I'm just going to get into what Tanisha says about love. Unpopular opinion most of the time. However, I'm still going to get into it. Let's talk about it. The first thing I have to say about love, for real, is that it's important to be kind. For me, it's just really important to be kind because you never know what people are dealing with in life. A simple smile, a simple, hey, how you doing, might be a daily smile for someone. You never know, you just never know what people's life is like, what they're dealing with at home, their kids, their jobs, their spouses, their families. So a simple act of kindness can go a long way with God and others. So it don't take nothing to be kind to people, and that is just so important. And I don't know about other people, but me personally, when I'm kind to people, it just makes me feel so good when I've done something that made somebody else feel good, or I've done something that made somebody else smile. Kindness is important. And then the other part of it, because y'all know I have to use my handheld notebook to keep me in place. Okay, and the other part of why I say kindness is important, because you just never know who you're entertaining. Like, imagine bumping into someone and you're having a bad day and you're super rude, and then next month you start a new job and they're the boss there. They're going to remember what type of person you are. They're going to remember that your character and your ways are ugly. So just carry yourself as a kind person. Kindness is very important. Like, it don't take nothing to be kind. So, yeah. Next thing I have to say about love is a verb. You guys know what a verb is? Verb means it's something that takes action. It's not a noun. It is not a person. It is not a place. Places. And it's not a thing or things, because that will make it a noun. And it's a verb. So, to elaborate, what I mean by that is, like, love is intentional. If you love someone, then you're very intentional about it. You do things to show them love. And this is kind of my next thing I was going to go over, but they go hand in hand, so I'm going to tie them together. Loving people in their love language is important. So love is a verb, and when you're being intentional about the people that you love, you make sure you know their love language. Some people like acts of service. Some people, you can show them love by doing things for them. Other people like kind words and affirmations. I'm one of those people. I like you to just be kind to me and say nice stuff to me and make me feel all warm on the inside. That's how you love me. Like, I'm one of those people. And then you have people who love through materialistic things, and you can buy them things that they like to show them that you love them. So that's just very important. Be very intentional, and never ever forget that love is a verb, and it takes action to keep love alive. And it doesn't matter who that love is. It doesn't matter from parent to child, job to coworker to job. It doesn't matter. Whatever the ship is, to keep it sailing, love is a verb. Don't never forget that. Be intentional. I said that. Be intentional about knowing who your people's love language are, how you love them, what makes them feel loved. Check in with them and see if you're loving them properly. All of that stuff. Be very intentional about everything you do when it comes to that 4-letter LOVE word. Okay, the next one is kind of a big one for me, because everybody don't got it. Emotional intelligence is very important in love, because just because you love people, it won't always mean that they'll love you too. And that's where your emotional intelligence kicks in at, because there's a difference between loving someone and being a goddamn fool. So this is where it matters to have emotional intelligence. You have to know when you're not loving enough. You have to know when you're loving too much. You have to know when it's time to love you more. You have to know when it's time to let go, hold on. You have to know when... You just have to know emotional intelligence is important with love. And I see that a lot in the world. And, I hate it for women the most. And I see them always talking about, oh, my man does me like this. He do that. He do this. He do this. He do that. Baby, he doesn't love you. Either he don't love you or he don't love him. Either way it go, love is the problem. Move out. Move on. So, yeah, don't ever let love be the reason to bind you in anything that is not good for you, whether it be a relationship, a parentship, a job ship, whatever ship. When the love is no longer there, you let that ship sail, baby, because that's emotional intelligence, and it's very important. The next thing I wrote is you never have to question who loves you. That's neither here nor there. That's just like what I said, emotional intelligence. But sometimes I feel weird when I'm elaborating on these topics, because to me it's common sense, but common sense just ain't always coming. But you really never have to question who loves you. If you have to constantly ask someone, do you love me? Or you say things like, I feel like you don't love me, or you don't treat me like you don't love me, it's because they don't. Love is what love does. So if you're out here questioning and wondering if they love you, it's probably because they don't. And sometimes it's hard to accept that. I have had to accept very many ugly truths about who don't love me, but that's what comes with life. And the best thing you can do is use your emotional intelligence to know who loves you, who does not, flock to who does, and get away from who doesn't. Love makes you happy. That's the next thing I wrote. Just look at me smiling, just saying it. That is just a true fact. I don't know about y'all, but I'm really like a lover girl. And to me, there's no better feeling than loving people who love you back. People who are intentional about you, people who pour into you. So, like, why would you want to walk around and be alone and not have love in your life? Not friends, not family, not kids, not anything. God put us all here to love and serve one another. And as a person, love makes you happy. And if you ain't loving nobody and ain't nobody loving you back, you need to go find your village, because love makes you happiness. Love and happiness go hand in hand with each other. And if you're unhappy, it's probably you don't have enough love in your life. So find your people, find your tribe. Oh, this one is a big one. This one came from the soul. God was like, you talk about it. Forgiveness is love. Y'all know that? To forgive someone is one of the biggest acts of love that you could do, because like it says, we were all made in God's image, and he forgave us. He forgive us all the time for sinning and doing things. So who are we to not forgive other humans for making mistakes or doing things? Because life is a journey. So never forget that forgiveness is an act of love, one of the biggest for you and them. When you forgive someone for what they did to you, you release hurt and you release a lot of things from yourself. So just don't forget, when dealing with love and forgiveness is a big deal. Forgive them people who hurt you so that you're not harboring that hate and those feelings that they gave you into your life. You make sure you're reaping seeds of nothing but peace, joy, and happiness for yourself. Be the love you want to receive. There's me. I was ready to give a hug. No, for real, I'm joking. But seriously, be the love that you want to receive. That is so, 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 so important. You know, like when we was kids and they say treat people how you want to be treated. That's basically what I mean. How you want someone to love you wholeheartedly if you're not loving wholeheartedly. How do you want someone to pour into you if you don't pour into them? Love is fair and kind. If you want someone to love you, then you must love them. That's how it works. And if you don't want to love them, then it's so wrong to get them to love you. That's terrible. So be the love you want to receive. Heal people matter. That's a big one. I'm gonna take some time on this one. Heal people matter when it comes to the term of love, because a lot of times people aren't loving properly and correctly because they're dealing with a lot of traumas on the inside of them that they need to heal from. And that's why healed people matter with love. Like when you're harboring anger, hurt, resentment, or whatever type of things that may have traumatized you or whatever in your life, then that keeps you from loving and being able to receive love the way that you need to. So the best thing to do is heal so that you're not moving in the wrong way and you can attract positive, high vibrational love. So heal. That's my love you. Go love somebody. Let nothing make you tough. That's a big one. I actually heard someone else say it, and yeah, it stuck with me, and it's the truth. Why be a hard rock when you really are a gem? Y'all know who said that. But yeah, no matter what you go through in this life, don't let nothing make you stop loving. I don't care if you got your heart broke. I don't care if your mama didn't love you, daddy didn't love you, life didn't start good. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Don't let nothing make you feel like you don't want to live a life that's full of love, peace, happiness, and joy. Don't let nothing in this world make you forget that love is the biggest blessing out here. And you continue to love and you continue to give love. And whatever is hindering you from giving love or receiving love, you tell that devil to get behind you. And the last but not least is never cut on people who didn't bleed on you. Never bleed on people who didn't cut you. That basically means if someone is trying to love you and they aren't the ones who hurt you, then don't be taking stuff out on them. Don't blame others for the ways that other people hurt you. Heal, be thankful for who loves you, be thankful for your village, be thankful for everything, and just, yeah, choose peace, love, joy, and happiness, because it's really the life flexes. To have true joy, to have true peace, and to love somebody and somebody loves you back, what's greater? Nothing. Yeah. So I hope y'all heard what God said. Hope you guys heard what I said. So, yeah. Love who loves you. God loves us all. Forgiveness is key. And peace, joy, and happiness are the real life flexes. Peace, you guys.